Hello and welcome back, fifth graders. Today is Chapter 8, Lesson 21, page 405 in your math activity book. And please, again, follow along with me. It makes you it'll make it a lot easier when, again, you get to the Think Central questions. And sadly, yes, very sadly, this is the last math lesson that I will get to teach you this year. Very sad. So please tune in and stay till the end. Don't just watch the first 5 minutes and log off. Please watch the whole thing. Make sure you learn it, love it, and then try to use it. So without any further ado, I will get started on lesson 21, page 405, please. Okay. Today we are going to be discussing different dimensions that you will need for certain aspects. We're going to be mostly talking about perimeter and talking about area for different triangles, even some parallelograms and some complex figures. So here we go. It says, discuss dimensions you need to find the perimeter of a triangle. Now, perimeter, remember, perimeter means around the outside of the shape. Perimeter, around the outside. Building a fence on the outside of your property. Putting a border around your room. Any of those would be like perimeter. Okay, so find the perimeter of each triangle. Okay, look at the peach one. Perimeter. I'm going to be building a fence around the outside of it. So we don't care about the inside, just the outside. So a 10, 9, and 10. All we have to do is add them up. It's a linear measurement. We're just measuring 10 plus 9 plus 10. That'd be 29 centimeters. Now, that's not squared or anything. It's just simply 29. Just add them up. Just a linear measurement. You're just measuring straight. It's not an area. It's a perimeter. It's a length. It's like saying how tall you are. Okay? Very simple. How about figure B? Again, we just want the perimeter of the shape. Yeah, it's nice that they did the dotted lines for the height like we just talked about in lesson 20. But now we're just building a fence around the shape. So here's the green. I need 2. I need 4. I need 6. So we just need those measurements to build that fence. So 2 plus 4 plus 6. Well, that'd be 6 plus 6, 12 centimeters. Again, perimeter is just a linear measurement. Just measure around it. Just add them up. Last one, figure C. Again, build a fence. 6 plus 5 plus 5. Well, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 6, 16 centimeters. Perimeter is pretty simple. Now they want me to find the area for everything. Okay, so area. We are now going to use the same things that we just did before up there, and we will find the area. Figure A. Well, area now. Now, area, remember, the area is the amount inside of it. And to find it, remember, they have to be perpendicular. They have to make that 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees. So find that box. There it is. It's 10 on the bottom, and it connects with 8 there. My base is 10. My height is h. So again, it's 1/2 of my base times my height. Well, 10 times 8 is 80. Half of 80 is 40. Remember, we could have done a lot of different ways. Half of 10 is 5. 5 times 8, 40. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 10, still 40. But 40 centimeters, it's an area. Remember, you're filling it up. You're not filling it up. Sorry, you are like painting it. You are completely covering it, coloring it, whatever you want to call it. So centimeters squared. Area is always squared, 2 dimensions. Figure B. Again, I need to have that right there. Do you find it right there? Always looking for that when you're trying to find it. That makes this a 90-degree angle. So my base is way over here. My height is right next to it. So simply 1/2 of 2 times the 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. Half of 6 is 3 centimeters squared. Now, seems weird. Somebody's like, yeah, but Mr. Twayton, you're saying that the area inside this is 3, but the height was 3. One side was 6. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it does, because we're not talking about a linear 3 centimeters. We're talking about 3 square centimeters. So a 1 centimeter by a 1 centimeter square, a square of them, but there's 3 of those inside that. That's what they're saying. So you're making squares out of them, right? You find the area. That's why it's centimeters squared. It's an area. The last one, the blue one. Again, your base and your height need to form a 90-degree angle, and so you look for that. There's my 6 right there, the base. There's my 4, so I'm going to take half of 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Half of 24 is 12 centimeters. Again, what? Squared. Yes, again, we were talking about these little 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares, but there's going to be 12 of those inside there. Kind of broken up, obviously, because it's a triangle, but there's 12 of them inside there. Okay, next page. Or for you, it might be the bottom page. Discuss the dimensions you will need to find the perimeter and area of a parallelogram. So now we're going back to the parallelogram from a few lessons ago. Okay, again, we just have sides are parallel, makes it a parallelogram. But just like the triangle, your base and height have to form a 90-degree angle, right? They have to have that little box there. They have to be perpendicular. That's what this means, perpendicular. Okay, there it is. My base is 4. My height is 5. 4 times 5 is simply 20 centimeters squared. I didn't take half of it because it's not a triangle. It's a parallelogram, right? Remember when we did triangles, they're not really triangles. They're half a squares. Well, this is a whole. This is all of them. We're not taking half of anything. It's just base times my height. Figure E. Again, look for that. That's going to give you everything to know. While I'm connecting this one and I'm connecting this one. So simply 7 times 3, 21 centimeters. Last one, figure out. I'm connecting right there, my 8 with my 4. See, that one doesn't even matter for the area. Okay, it doesn't even matter for the area. Oh, I just messed up all these. Yeah, look at this. This says perimeter. Mr. Tweeten, read the directions. Perimeter. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross that off, and I'm going to write area. And I'm going to cross off area and write perimeter. Okay, my fault. I did not read the directions. Shame on me. All right, so I'm just going to keep going with area. Again, there, that's showing me my base and my height. 8 and 4. 8 times 4 is 32 centimeters. But what did I forget? Squared. What about the last one? What did I forget? Squared. Yes, those are all squared because it's area. Now we can do perimeter. Now, if you were smart enough and you read directions, maybe you put them down where the area belong. But if you did the same as me, just do what I did. As long as you know that area is the amount that you're going to paint or carpet, and then perimeter, of course, the outside. Now let's do perimeter. Maybe we should highlight. I got my highlighter ready to go. So now I'm going to do perimeter. So perimeter is around the outside. I have a 4 for this side. I have a 6 for this side. Am I going to use that 5? No, I am not. Nice job. Nice job, Chloe. Because the 5 is the inside height. I don't need inside height. I need around the outside. Remember, perimeter is like M&M. Around the outside. Around the outside. There it is. I need to add that up. Well, I have a 4. I have a 6. Well, what is this side then? Right. This side also has to be 4. What about this side? Correct. Nice job, Jacob. This one has to be 6. So 4, 6, 4, 6. Add them all up. 4 plus 6 is 10, and 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 10 would be 20. Now, again, it's like a height, a measurement. We're measuring, so there's no square term. It's just 20 centimeters. This is how long it is, building a fence. Next one, figure E. Again, perimeter, round the outside. I want the 7. I want the 4. Am I going to use the 3? No, not for perimeter. I'm going around that side and around this side. So 7, 4. What would this side be? Yes, excellent. That would also be 7. Nice job. What would this side over here be? Yes, this would be 4. Add them up. 7 plus 4 would be 11. Oh, some of you are figuring out that you just double it. If you add one side, like that side and that side, then just double it. Yeah, 22. 22 centimeters. Last one, the peach. I guess the last one is peach too. F. Let's just go with F. Okay, I'm going to go around the outside. Perimeter means around the outside. So there, I want to have this side. There's 8 there. This side has 6. Now I'm using that 6 because I'm building a fence around it. It does matter if it's at an angle compared to straight over. Am I going to use the 4 inside? No, because that's a height inside. I need to be building a fence on the outside. Perimeter's outside, so around there. So I have an 8. I have a 6. What would this side be over here? Correct, 8 centimeters. What about this side? 6 centimeters. Okay. 8 plus 6 would make 14. 8 and 6 make 14. So yes, 28 centimeters. Nice work. Thank you for staying with me. Let's go again. Find the perimeter and the area of each. So they're kind of showing you the perimeter, I guess, number of lengths around the outside. Area, they're showing you all the little boxes inside. So notice they're going to abbreviate it. P stands for perimeter. A stands for area. Okay, so let's start with the perimeter. Outside, 9. What would this be? 7, 9, 7. 9 and 7 would make 16. 9 and 7 make another 16. So 16 plus 16. What does that add up to? 32. So 32 centimeters. Is perimeter squared or just a linear measurement? Correct. It's just like a height, just centimeters. But now area. What numbers am I going to use for area? What am I looking for again? There's something that Mr. Tweeten has talked about for a couple lessons now that you are supposed to kind of focus in on. What was that again? Oh, shoot. What was that? Gauge. Yes, excellent. That little box right there. We're looking for that. That tells me there's my base, and it's connecting to my dotted height right there. So I'm going to use that 9 times the 6. Am I going to take half of it? Is it half base times height? No. Okay, you don't have to yell at me. Okay, yeah, it's not a triangle. Yes, it's not half base times height. That's for a triangle. This is like a rectangle. Parallelograms are just, base times height. 9 times 6 would give me 54 centimeters squared. Excellent. Next one, let's find it of this triangle. Okay, perimeter. Outside, we're going to go 10, 13, and 13. Just add them up. 13 plus 13, 26. 26 plus 10, 36 centimeters. Done. Now area. What am I looking for again? Oh, you guys are getting really good. Yeah, look for that. Base and height. So is my answer 10 times 12? So is my answer 120? No, because this is a what kind of shape? No, not triangle. It's half a square. Remember? Half of a square. So it's half base times height. So I take half of 120, which would give you 60 centimeters. What? Squared. Yes, remember, it's not 60 like long. It's 60 of these 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares. 60 of them fit in there. Excellent. Next page. Okay, very simple. Perimeter, area, or for you, it might be the same page. I guess I'm making them larger for you. Perimeter, round the outside. Very simple, just round the outside. 6, 10, 8. Add them up. I don't care what order when you add them up. 6 plus 10, that's 16. 16 plus 8, okay, 8 plus 6 is 14, so 24. 24 centimeters. Done. Area. Oh, there's 3 numbers though, Mr. Tweeten. What do I have to look for? Yes, for area. Look for that. It connects the 2 sides you need. I need 6. I need 8. And 6 times 8 is 48. So is my answer 48? No, because it's 1/2 of that. So it's 24 centimeters squared because area is always 1/2 based on height. And the reason, again, just to make sure you understand, that if this was a 6 by 8 rectangle, that would be 48. But it's not. It's half of that. It's a triangle, so it's half of that. Next one, we have a parallelogram. We have 2 sets of opposite sides that are parallel. You can see that, so parallelogram. Perimeter, around the outside, 4, 5. What's this one? Right, that's 4. How about this one? Yes, that one's 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Well, that 4 plus 5 would be 9. So 9 plus 9, 18 centimeters. How about the area? What am I looking for? Oh, you guys are way too smart. You guys should be teaching the class. There it is. Look for that. It connects my 4 with my what number? Yes, the 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Do I take half of it? No, because that's not a triangle. It's a parallelogram. So simply 12 centimeters squared. Excellent. A couple more. Purple. It's just a simple rectangle. My perimeter. Around the outside. 5 and 9. Well, if this is 5, what would this be? 5. If this is 9, what would this be? 9. 5 plus 9, 14. 5 plus 9, 14. So my perimeter is 28 centimeters. How about my area? Oh, do you notice that they all have them? Yes, they all have, because it's like a rectangle. They're all 90 degrees. So you just take the 5 times the 9. You get 45 centimeters squared. Beautiful. 18. Lots of numbers again. But if you remember from a couple lessons ago, we dealt with this when there's 4 numbers. Perimeter. Perimeter means what? Round the outside. Here's an 8. What is this side? Is it 7 or is it 6? Okay, Moosamil, I heard you say 7, but why is it 7 and not 6? Excellent. I don't know if you can hear him, but he said it's not 6 because that is the height that is perpendicular, excellent word, to the base. This is the actual side of the triangle. So for perimeter, I want the 8, I want the 7, and I want the 10. So 8 plus 7 plus 10. 8 plus 7 will give me 15. 15 plus 10 will give you 25 centimeters. Again, perimeter is just the length. Now area. Now, what numbers do I need? What do I look for when I'm trying to find area? Okay, you're probably sick of me asking that, but there it is. There it is. That connects my base and my height. And 8 and 6. So 1/2, because it's a what? Half a square, right? Half of 6 times 8, or 8 times 6. 6 times 8 is 48. Half of 48 is 24. There you go, 24 centimeters squared. Fantastic. Here we go. Kind of a lot of pages for me because I broke it down so much. Find the area of the triangle. Well, there it is. I have a base, I have a height. I know that because there it is. And 4 times 4 is 16, but it's not a square. It's a half a square. So it's not 16. It should be, yes, half of 16 is 8. 8 centimeters squared. Area of the rectangle. I have a 6 by 4 rectangle. Area, simply 6 times 4, 24 centimeters squared. But how about the complex figure, which means more than one figure? I have the rectangle, I have the triangle. Well, notice, this is the triangle, this is the rectangle. This 6 by 4 you told me was 24. You told me that this triangle was 8. So what's the complex figure total? Yeah, we just add them up, right? So 24 plus 8 would give us 32 centimeters squared. Simple as that. Now a little bit harder complex figure now. Now down here. They didn't break it up into 2 shapes, but let's see. When you do a complex figure, remember, complex meaning more than one. We want to break it up into 2 shapes that we can use a little bit easier. Now, you might see it differently than I do, but what I'm seeing is I'm going to put this little dotted line there. So now I see this rectangle right here. And I see this rectangle is 2 by 3. Now, some of you might say, but Mr. Tweeten, I don't see those in the corners. No, we do not. We do not see those in there. So in this case, we are going to have to assume, even though I hate that word in math, we have to assume that all of these that they give us are perpendicular. So then we can actually do the math behind them. So this 2 times 3 is 6 centimeters squared. That's that one. But now I have this one. And this one would be a rectangle that is 1 by 5, which 1 times 5 is 5. So how much in the whole thing? What are we going to do with those two? Add them up. I have a 6, I have a 5. So my area for this shape, area for this one would be 11 centimeters squared. But now the perimeter. Okay, this is a little bit harder. Let's do the ones we know and kind of draw the line around it with my highlighter. Okay, so here I have 5. Okay, so there is my 5. Here would be 1. There's my 1. Oh boy. How far is this right here? That's kind of hard to tell. So I know so far I have a 5 on the bottom. I have a 1 right there. How far is this? Well, if this is 3 and the whole thing is 5, what's left for this? Yeah, this is 2 because you take, no, the whole thing is 5 and part is 3. That means there's 2 left. So there's 2 more. So far we have 5 plus the 1 plus the 2. Now how far is that? It tells me right there, plus another 2. Okay, I'm going to highlight that too. So now I've done that side. How about this side? Okay, plus 3 more. So I'm going to highlight that. But now the last side, I don't know how much this is. We'll go back to what we know. I know that this one's 2. I know this one's 1. So how for the whole thing? Another 3 there. So then plus 3. Now let's add them up. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 plus 3 would be 16. Okay, so this would be 16 centimeters. I'm going to circle it so they know that's the one that I want for my answer. So perimeter is 16, area is 11. Next one, what I'm seeing here is a rectangle with a triangle. Do you want to do perimeter first this time? Let's do that. Okay, so this side is 11. Okay, there's 11. Now, what are they giving me? This side right here, this is 10. This side is 5, and this side is 8. So perimeter on the outside, all we're going to do is say, what is the 11 plus 10 plus 5 plus 8? Okay, 11 plus 10, 21. 21 plus 5 would be 26. And 26 plus 8 would give me how much? 34. So my perimeter is 34 centimeters. Circle that. And now how about area? You're right. I'm trying to find that. And there it is. And I know there's my base. But Mr. Tweeton, there's no height right next to it. Like all the rest of them had the heights right next to it. What's the height? It has to be perpendicular to it. It can't be 10 because that's a diagonal next to it. So it's not the 10. Yes, you notice over here, it says that this is 8. Well, if this is 8, that means that this is 8 too, right? Okay. So does that work here, though? Is this a triangle alone? Is this a parallelogram? No, it's a combination. So what are we going to do? What's the easiest way? Okay, I heard somebody say they want to break up into 2 shapes. Okay, so let's just do a rectangle. Now this rectangle has what dimensions? 5 by what? 8. Okay, so this rectangle is 40 centimeters squared, but I have it in the triangle. Is the triangle 11? No. Yeah, I want to use that. You are right, but you said it's not 11. I want to know just from here to here. How can I figure that out? If the whole thing's 11 and this is 5, what's left for that? Oh, so this is 6. So 6 is my base. What's my height? We figured out that's right there, 8. So I have a 6 times 8, but this is what kind of shape? Yes, half a square. It's a triangle. So it's 1/2 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48, and half of 48 is 24. So my triangle is 24, right? That's for my triangle. My rectangle was 40. So together, those two make 64 centimeters squared. Ooh, that was a kind of a hard one. All right. Ooh, look at this shape right there. Kind of reminds me of like a chevron or something right there, that little thing. Let's see. They want to find perimeter and area of this one. Okay, perimeter. I have a 12, 5. You know what? Let's figure out what one of these. I see this kind of broken. Let's just do one of them for the when we get to the area. We'll just break that up. But for perimeter, I have 12. I have 5. What this one is? Oh, this one would be 5. What would this one be? 12. What would this one be? This would be 5. What would this one be? 5. Okay. 12, 5, 5, 12. Okay, let's just go through it. Let's write them all down. Perimeter, I have a 12. I have a 5. I have a 5. I have a 12. I have a 5. And I have a 5. Well, let's do the easy way. 5 and 5 makes 10. 5 and 5 makes 10. 12 plus 12 is 24 plus 10 plus 10. So 24, 34, 44. So my perimeter is 44 centimeters. Okay. How about the area? Hoofta. Huh. If you try to look at the whole shape, it might be a little bit difficult. So let's not do this. Don't look at the whole shape. I'm going to take a sticky note and let's cover up that right there. Let's cover it. Pretend all we have is this. All this is a parallelogram. I have, what am I looking for? There it is. Look for that. Look for that. That gives me my base is 12 and my height is 4. Well, 12 times 4 would be 48 centimeters squared. Good. But I didn't have one of them. I had 2. So 48 plus 48 equals 96 centimeters squared because area is always squared. All right, this one. Okay, looks like I have a triangle. I have a rectangle. I have a triangle or 2 half a squares, which, think about it. What would happen if I took this triangle and I brought it over to here and I put it onto there? What do you think I'd get? Yeah, I'd basically get 2 rectangles, wouldn't I? What if you wanted to do that? You sure could. What if you said, okay, Mr. Reed, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have this one right there. Now I took that triangle because I noticed that they are the same, and I put them over here. Basically, you have that. So let's do the middle one. This one would be a 5 by 4 rectangle. What would the triangle be? This triangle with that triangle over there now becomes this rectangle would now be a 3 by how tall is that? Oh, it's not 5 tall. How tall is it? Right, it's still 4 because that was the 90-degree right there. So I have a 4 by 5 rectangle and a 4 by 3 rectangle. Well, a 4 by 5 would give you 20, and the 4 by 3 would give you 12. So that would be 20 and 12. Is that 32? Let's double check. 5 by 4. I agree. This middle is 20. Okay, for area, that's pretty easy. But if I had a 3, there's my 90, my perpendicular right there. 3 by 4 would be 12. Half of 12 is 6. Well, they're each 6, which means they were together 12. So yes, we were correct. The area, 32 centimeters squared. But now perimeter. Okay, let's go around. Highlight. 3 here, 5 there, 3 there, 5 there, 5 there, and 5 there. Now, you can add in any order you want. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 plus 6. 26 centimeters. Now, remember, perimeter is not squared, just measuring around. Area is always squared. Next one. Vadim. Vladimir Putin. That's what I'm calling him. Vladimir Putin needs to know the area of this pentagon. Well, in America, we call them pentagons. In Russia calls them houses. Okay. So he calls his friend Serena. Serena says she can figure out the area if Vladimir will just make 3 measurements. In Russia, we don't measure. Measurements measure us. So Vladimir will make just 3 measurements. Which 3 measurements does Vladimir need to make? Okay. If I need to find the area of this pentagon, what do you need to make? You could just tell me, I need to know from F to E or whatever. Which ones are you going to measure? Okay, I heard somebody say you need to know side FE. Okay, so let's do FE, comma. What else would I need to know? Okay, I heard DE. So then FE and DE, that would give you my rectangle. What does Vladimir need for the triangle? He already knows that. He already knows AD because the base would already be the same as FE. So Vladimir already knows that. Correct. Needs the height. BC. Measure the house. Measure that little top part of your roof. So he needs to know BC. So Vladimir Putin can now figure out your house by knowing FE, DE, and BC. Nice work. Next one. Area of a regular pentagon. How many congruent isosceles triangles are inside the regular pentagon? Well, in America, we measure pentagons. In Mother Russia, pentagons measure us. Okay, so how many regular, congruent means the same, isosceles. What does an isosceles triangle mean again? Two sides of equal length. Okay, so now, how many isosceles triangles are there? Are inside the regular pentagon? Well, if this is 1, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5. Measure the base and height of the isosceles triangle to the nearest centimeter. Well, now I need a ruler. Lucky for me, I have one right here. Measure the base and the height of the isosceles. Now, if you don't have a ruler for this, I have one, so you're going to get them from me. Here, in centimeters, so you can see on my ruler, it says right there, centimeter. The base, I go from that side over there, I see 5, so I'm going to write 5 centimeters. And the height, where's the height? Yes, perpendicular to the base. All right, so I measure from the middle, right there, all the way down to the bottom, which is right there. It says the nearest centimeter. Well, they were really friendly and decided to go right at 3 1/4. Let's just say 3. They said the nearest ones were going to go 3 centimeters. Okay, there it is. Oh, because I had to blow mine up. Yours will probably be different because I had to make mine larger to be printed out. So if you have a ruler, feel free to measure yours. These are just for mine. Okay, so I did that. What's the area of the triangle? Well, it's a 5 by 3, and we know triangles are 1/2 base times height. So 1/2, 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. Half of 15 is 7.5. Mine's going to be different because yours will be smaller. What's the area of the pentagon, though? So I'm going to write 7.5. We measured in centimeters, so squared. Pentagon. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So for me, I need to take 7.5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 2, 37. 1 decimal place, so 37.5 centimeters squared. Yours, I don't know what yours is right now because I took and made mine large, like I said. So if you want to do your own, feel free. Grab a ruler, anything if you have to measure it. Maybe you have some kind of a ruler laying around. If not, use my measurements, or you can make up your own. Tell me what you think it is, and you can do it that way too. Last one that I get to teach you, the area of a regular hexagon. Remember, pentagon has 5. Hexagon has 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides this time. So if a pentagon had 5 regular triangles, isosceles congruent triangles, how many do you think a hexagon has? 94. That is a terrible, terrible guess. Why would you guess 94? Weirdos. Okay, I'm going to draw them in here so you can see them. And I'm going to show you that it's not 94, Devin. I don't know where you got 94 from. Your mom told you it's 94? I highly doubt that, Devin. You're filling me full of it. I know that. All right. There is my beautiful hexagon. Estimate the area of the regular hexagon. by finding the area of the isosceles triangle. Estimate, they say. Okay, so if I'm going to estimate, okay, let's see. Well, this on mine says 4.5, so let's go and say it's 5 centimeters. The height for mine is close to 4. I'm going to say 4 centimeters. So I know that this triangle is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 of 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Half of 20 is 10. So estimating, knowing there are 6 of them, what should my estimate be? 9,080? No. There's only 6 of these. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You guys are coming up with some crazy answers today. 60 centimeters squared. That is my estimate. Now, this little deal right there, this means about, kind of looks like a little river. It just means about 60. It means it's not exact because I did not measure exact when I did mine. Notice that right there, yes, that's very close to 4. But my base, it wasn't at 5. It's more like 4.5 or 4 9/16, right? So I'm not going to use that, or 4.6 centimeters. I use 5, so that's why it's about. I thank you for everything that you've been doing away from home. All of you, kudos to you. Kudos to the parents. Anybody that's helped you along the way. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos, to follow along, to listen, to work in the workbook, to be engaged. It speaks volumes for you to be able to work from home the way you have. And I tell you, if you can do this type of learning, you can learn anywhere. You can learn anything that you put your mind to. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. I appreciate the hard work that all of you have done this year in 5th grade, and I know you'll be very successful one day. And I look forward to seeing you again one day in person. Hopefully at that point, we can maybe give a high five or something. So appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Thank you.